Peace, my brothers and sisters. Here we are live with ALTBAYS Show, brought to you by ALTBAYS.nz. Yes, ALTBAYS.nz is a media support company that provides a bunch of cool services. So if you would like to rent the space to run your own podcast, or if you have ideas to improve your online presence, if you want to make some cool videos, get in touch with us and we will get you sorted. Okay, you can follow the ALTBAYS page on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. We live stream 3 times per week, every Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays at 7 p.m. And the video becomes available on YouTube a few minutes after that. And then on the next days, the audio version is available in all the podcast platforms. So you just go and pick your favorite one: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio. We are in all of them. There's a bunch of cool things happening, and we're coming to show number 29, which is great, which is awesome. We have a special week on week 10. We're planning some cool stuff for not next one, the one after week 10, so stay tuned. All right. On my left side tonight, Christine Threadgold. Hi.
Hi. Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
It's good to see you.
It's good to be here. It's been a while, isn't it?
It's been a while,
I can't remember. All the days are blurred.
How was your Monday?
Today's Monday.
Yes.
I'm here.
You're here.
I'm here.
You made it.
The kids had dinner.
Good.
That's about it.
That's
I'm here.
I'm glad
here.
I'm glad you made it. And tonight we have the pleasure to talk to LISSA WHITEMAN. Hello,
Hey.
LISSA.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
You're here.
Yes, I'm
You're
here.
here. You're here. Busy Monday?
Yeah, but
yes.
Monday.
Yes, yes. Lots of things happening around the Coromandel at the moment, or just the expected amount of work that you used to?
Yeah, it's still the construction season, so yep, there's still a bit of work going on before the weather turns
Yeah.
yuck.
Are you
And
guys all bunkering down for potential cyclone? Is it cyclone? Is that what's
Yeah.
coming?
So just before you say that,
Yeah.
so just quickly take us through the things that you do. We know you are a firefighter,
volunteer firefighter.
volunteer firefighter,
Yeah.
but also you do the road works around here. So just take us through that before you talk about the cyclone, please.
So I work small business with my husband, Peninsula Engineering and Marine. So I do the office side and the husband's gopher when he needs help. And then I have started an offshoot of traffic management kind of department within, and I run that and starting to build that up.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so
Yeah, that's real cool.
more design than I do the odd part still on the road, but yeah, it's more design at the moment.
Yeah.
Design and planning.
Sweet. And you
Yeah.
volunteer for the fire brigade.
Yep, Whitianga. Yep, volunteer fire
Nice.
brigade. Yeah.
So which one has the connection with the government? Which one is the one that does the work for the roads here? Is your first job, is your main job, right? You just started.
Peninsula traffic.
Yes.
So that does, that's more on the road. Right. Yeah, there's a standards and guidelines that we have to abide by for the traffic management and foresights, and so that's more the government side of it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Is it easy to deal with the government? That part of the story?
NZTA are okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never know, eh?
Yeah.
One thing. Well, let's go through the cyclone first. When you know that something is going to happen, is there like some things that you do to make sure that things will be all right, or you just?
I think it's more the management team within the brigade. Yeah, they get texts and emails about the potential storm or whatever that's coming through, and yeah, just everyone kind of is aware. And if you're on call, you get ready to go when needed. Yeah.
Have you had any major ones? Any moments that you were like, "Oh, okay, we're gonna have to deal with this now"?
Oh, there's been in it for 13 years, so there has been some major
cool.
ones. Yeah, I'm actually off on leave at the moment because I've injured myself, so I haven't got the sign off to go back in, but I'm chomping at the bit. Yeah, it's like my physio. It's like, are we getting close?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good time to polish your media skills and give interviews and stuff.
Yeah, I want to go back to driving the truck. So,
Right.
yeah.
When did that come to you? Like when you were young, you had an idea of like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
My dad was a firefighter, volunteer, and so was my papa. So
Oh.
it was in the family. I grew up with it. Grew up being taken away in the weekends to competitions and stuff, and
Yeah.
just
So have you done all your 13 years here?
no, it started here, and then we moved away for a couple of years, and I was in Aotearoa Brigade, and then we went up to Mangawhai, so a bit of a gypsy,
Yeah.
and then we came back here, back to
Very
Old
cool.
Whitianga. Yeah.
Is it your favorite place, the Coromandel, or you like other areas?
Oh, the whole peninsula is stunning. Like, you find a new beach pretty much every, adventure that you go out on. We are so lucky up here with the beaches and the walks and the bush and
Always something to do. Eh?
oh, there is. Yeah. Especially if you're out a outdoorsy kind of person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Do you think the city road management would be a bit more chaotic? Because I think here we deal a lot with like landslides and all those issues that sometimes take a lot of time and energy from the companies, I would say, but the city have different problems, right? Do you think it's Lissa's cell phone? Yeah, thank you. Thanks. Thank you.
No
Mine
worries.
or yours?
Yeah,
one of
maybe.
them. Thank you.
Yeah, the cities are more intense for planning and design because you've got more components of safety. You've got people, more cars. You've got to take that all into account, all the safety. Yeah, they're pretty stringent on getting everything done before anything's signed off
Yes.
for the within the city. We're a wee bit laid back up here, which is good.
Which is great. Yes.
The
yes.
contractors will be going, yes, that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Would you fancy though an offer to go to the city and do something?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
No, nah.
Happy here.
I'm happy here. I mean, I was part of the big town upgrade on the team for
remember
that.
that.
Yeah. So that was one of my biggest projects to be part of, and that was amazing career-wise, and just to be part of that.
That took a while, eh? So for the people who are not from Whitianga, can you just tell us a little bit about what happened in our town?
Yeah, so they pretty much shut down the whole main road in stages, 3 stages, and dug it all up and put in all the drainage and all the services to do with that, and then took away some car parks. And then just redone it. It made the footpaths larger. So
Which is a great idea. Right?
oh,
Great idea.
look what some of the cafes out there, all the seating. That's
Yeah.
pretty amazing for them, and they always look nice and busy. So
So how long ago was that upgrade?
2018, I think it started. Yeah, it started in March, and we finished in November for that
Oh.
stage. Yeah,
Pretty cool.
yeah,
There was so much work during the night. I remember.
yeah. Yeah.
So much. Work.
Yeah, there was quite a lot of night work just to get it done. We just wanted to stay on the path and make sure that we were always going to be on time with our schedule and stuff, because it was a massive upheaval for businesses and people that just wanted to come in and shop. So
Yeah,
I
definitely.
can't even remember what town looked like before the footpaths because I've only been here 2 years now, and I used to come in just to go to supermarkets, but I can't even remember what it looked like before.
Did you get some people that were not very happy? So just so I understand, the council had the idea, had the plan, and then you took over the mission, like you did the job, or you were also part of the planning, you came up with ideas, you developed?
No, so I was hired by Dempsey Wood, that was the contractor for the council, so the council obviously did it, and then Dempsey Wood took over the project, and it was really good with that company because they hired a lot of local contractors, so they only brought the management team down from Auckland, and then the rest were all contractors around from our area, so that was really good to see, people from Whitianga
Yeah.
and doing the work instead of having a whole lot of out-of-towners come in,
Yeah,
which,
not knowing the town and
not knowing the people and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is there a lot of like females in your field of work?
There is more so now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and more so on the construction side of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I started in the office at Downers years ago, and that was all right, but I liked the idea of getting out on the road, and I was like, I kind of like that,
Yeah.
And I asked one of the managers, can I start coming on some ride-alongs, and can I do that? He's like, yeah, if you're keen. So from there, I was like, oh no, I actually like the getting out on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Being
that side
amongst
of it.
it.
Yeah, yeah. And there's a lot of young women are becoming civil engineers.
That's so cool.
Yeah, you see that. That is amazing how many are in class now. It's,
So is it something you, obviously I know you said you just started in the office.
Yeah.
Did you have to study towards the rest of it or experience?
A bit of experience, and then recently it changed and we had to go for you would call it a ticket. Planner designer ticket. So you had to have assessments to get to be an accredited NZTA.
Was it hard?
Yes. Yeah, really hard. Yeah, it was hard.
Is it expensive as well? Like, it's
was
something you have to pay for yourself?
Yep. So it's investment in myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just had really good people around me that pushed me, because I failed the assessment twice, and you get 3 goes.
Oh,
Yeah.
geez, yeah.
And then if you failed the 3rd time, then you have to go again and pay again.
Oh, okay, so 3 grade.
Yeah. So it was pretty stressful, but I had like a mentor. I've got a mentor, which he's been in the industry for a while, and he was just like, "Come on, you can do it," and I'm like, "No, I can't."
Nice.
You know, yeah.
Was he going through, of course, the content, but also like mindset and having chats, or was more like hands-on? Let's study this together.
I think it was a bit of both, but more so mindset, because when you get knocked down, you're like, I'm not going to push myself. I'm not going to do it. Like, I'm going to fail. And then he's like, pretty much like slap, sort it out.
Let's do it.
Yeah, just do it. He's like, you know it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Yeah.
So it's
You're
kind
like,
of
no.
it was kind of good to have someone that wasn't a friend or a family, like outside of it, to push you. It's like,
How was to get into that 3rd time of doing the test and that pressure, and you're like, damn, were you calm? Did you manage to be calm, or you were a bit like, okay,
You can't afford this. Do it.
yeah, you were not paying again.
Yeah.
No, it was pretty stressful. A lot of self-doubt going in again. So, just the chats were really good. Yeah.
Was it a room or was it an online thing?
No.
How was the?
So the assessment is you've got to design the plan. So you've got to get the work site, and so you've got to design the plan. And when I'm saying design the plan, all the cones and the signs that you see, and you go through and you're like, oh, right works. They get designed by people. So I had to design a site, get it installed, and then the site's working, so it has to be a working site, and then you had to go through and take a video, so it would show the site, the signs, the people working, and then you'd send it in with your plan, and they would kind of correlate it and see that you've done your job right, and that you understand what you're doing. Yeah.
Did they tell you what went wrong before?
Yep. Oh yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah. You know why you failed. Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
So that-
helps, eh?
Yeah.
As soon as they pointed out, were you like, yeah, I see it.
Yeah. There was a couple of them.
Yeah.
They were pretty hard and unforgiving. So
Yeah.
you could kind of plead your case if you had a case to plead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if it was, okay, I understand that this is what I put in place in another way, and they were like, yeah, accept it. No, still declined.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
The thing with being a woman doing this kind of work, like when you started, did you face some like weird looks, people looking at you and kind of like, what are you doing here?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Men do not like being told what to do by a woman, and not
Come on, guys.
So it's going to be like construction and trade, say they
Yeah.
were like, no.
know that we're always on the back foot going in, and I think sometimes when you are you're confident in what you're saying, you stand in your truth, and sometimes they can see you as being abrupt or and instead of just being, you're just all that, instead of just being assertive
Yeah.
and like, yep, this is what I want. This is how it's done.
Have you ever had like something memorable that you'd always like think back to? Someone said something to you.
Not something that I can repeat on here. Like it's
Let's save it for the midnight show.
We'll find out later.
yeah.
Right. Oh wow, we got that.
Oh yeah,
gnarly.
a bit gnarly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because people get frustrated, and it's understandable. But it's just what it is. It's a necessary, not unnecessary. Yes, it's a necessary health and safety.
That's right.
Yeah.
Have you found the similar thing being a firewoman in the brigade?
Firefighter. When I
Yeah.
first started, that was a few years ago. So it was quite hard. There were a lot of old school mentality. The old boys club.
Yeah.
The only place for a woman in the brigade is in the kitchen. That's a good old joke that they play.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've never really set foot in the kitchen down at the station.
Prove a point.
For the mere fact, it's like, no.
Yeah.
Good on you.
Yeah.
Good on you.
Yeah.
How many volunteers do we have in our area?
In Whitianga, we were up to, I think, 33. Yeah, so we have firefighters, and then we have an ops support team. So the ops support are the ones that keep us safe on the road if we're at MVAs and stuff like that. Yeah.
Right. Is there a number considering the amount of people that live in the space in the area, or?
I think they do have a number that they can go up to, or they can keep going. Yeah.
Right.
We've got a few empty lockers there, so if anyone's out there that lives in Whitianga, that
Yeah. Any advice for a female that wants to join? Because I have a friend who lives here. She just recently moved.
yeah,
And she wants to join. She
join.
she-
Yeah, I'll give
she's-
you my
she's so
number.
keen.
Yeah,
Yeah, her
and
dad's a fireman in
Yep.
Coromandel, and her partner's dad used to be the ex-chief here. Move.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So I'm like, set up, you're ready to go. Do
yeah,
it.
definitely. Yeah, we need
Yeah.
some more.
What are the requirements? What do you need to be a firefighter?
You need to be reasonably fit and reasonably fit. Have a clear police record.
Right.
Yeah. You have a medical, so they go through everything. If you've got asthma, they normally don't let
Not a
you
good
go
thing.
through, no. Because you've got your BAs and your,
Yeah.
restrictive breathing anyway, so.
Right. Would you do it? Would you go
My
for it?
husband's a fireman, so when there's call out, someone's got to be at home with the kids.
Someone's
Yeah, yeah.
It's full
Yeah.
on, eh? You might have like a bit of a rush, eh? Every time they hear that.
I
the
get
siren.
panicked because, like, no, I don't know if is your husband in the brigade too, or just you?
No,
So-
just me.
He'll obviously get a text like,
Yep.
she's been called out to a call, and I'm like, every time I'm not even going, I just get the text to say he's been called out to a road accident, or he's been called out to a fire and something or other. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get nervous just doing that. So no way,
Yeah.
I would not be helpful.
The partners, the wives and the husbands at home that stay at home when we're racing out the door, they're pretty amazing because, it's any time that we're going out the door and they're stuck at home. You know, if you've got small kids, they've got no help. They're off gallivanting around.
Right. Nice.
Saving the world.
Yeah. Have you ever had, no names, any interesting situation that you were like, really? Are we here for this? Come on.
There's always the odd occasion, but you go to them because they've asked for help.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then sometimes they don't actually need our help, and we could advise them to call for someone else. But
Yeah.
when
Right.
someone calls for help, we go.
You go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it could also be like something like a disagreement or not. That would be a different
That would be
Say,
more police.
police.
So we've had animals, we've had cats up trees.
You're
The
like,
guy's got a mother duck, and all the ducklings fell down the
"Aw,
grate.
see,
So
I'd
yep.
just be there crying.
Yep, they saved them. They all got on the paper for that. So
nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
they've had horses. One of my most memorable ones would actually be a whale stranding at Warikahu Beach. Yeah, that would have been 10, 11 years ago.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
yeah, a whale got stranded on the beach, and we got called, and we helped get it out. And
You did?
yeah, we went down to DC, down at the Whitianga Sports Centre. He put us all in wetsuits, and so we all went down. Yep, and we got it out to the sea, and we're all hyped because it's out in the water, and we're like, yeah. And then we turn around, we're like, shit, we're like 400 meters off the beach now.
Yeah.
We
We're
have
in
to
the water.
swim back.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
wow.
that was pretty
The
out of
wild
it.
animal out here now.
Yeah, it's like, oh yay, the whale's floating and he's going off to good things, and we're all like, oh shit, now
No.
we've got to swim back in. Yeah, so one of the guys had a bit of trouble, and I was like, wouldn't this be embarrassing if we, as firefighters, drown?
Drown and then have to call the firefighter.
Like,
Yeah,
Damn. Do you remember how many
wait,
of you?
rescue.
yeah. There was four of us, four of the firefighters, and then there was a couple of locals, young guys down there trying to help. So that was probably one of my most memorable ones.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
sounds.
it's real cool. Yeah, but
Yeah.
still not for me.
No,
But you're doing great.
Thanks.
yeah.
I love it. Yeah. And it's really awesome now that we've got about 6 females. Yeah. Plus.
I think it's cool.
Yeah. In our brigade.
So you have the first aid qualification to be a. Do you
Yes.
need that to be a firefighter? Or?
Yeah, because
Yes.
we do medicals now. Yeah. We have an MOU with St. John's.
Right. But like two different things, right? You could not jump in the ambulance and help if it happens to not different.
If it was with a CPR.
Yes.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, because we get called because sometimes the ambulance is out of town. So and sometimes we get called to medicals, and it's a little bit scary for I guess for people when we rock up in the fire truck and there's 4 of us that come out, compared to like they've called the St. John's and they're like why are you here? But we explained, well, we've got the qualifications to help until St. John's come with.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think we are well equipped with our medical spaces in Whitianga? Because there's always this talk about a bigger medical facility, a hospital. What's your take?
I think it needs to. We definitely need to increase because the population is increasing. And it's not an easy trek to get to Thames, let alone Hamilton.
No, it's, especially when you've got like, so for me with the kids, I've had my daughter, we're like, is your arm broken? Do we go to Teams? Do we wait till Tuesday till we can get an x-ray? And it's like,
Yeah.
it'll be nice to have like facilities open, I don't know, longer.
I'm not too sure what's happening.
Right. I think I saw something in the newspaper not that long ago that there's work close to the fire.
Yeah, it's
brigade,
right across. Yeah,
Yeah.
across the
To
road.
be a new space, right?
Yeah,
But,
yeah. If when you drive down Joan Gaskell, you can see them starting the base, the plumbing, where it's going to be.
Right. So yeah, because we have an older population, right?
Yeah,
so
we do,
As it
yeah.
grow, you expect.
Yeah,
things to-
and is it like a medical, like you go to the doctors there and stuff? Because
Do you know about it? I don't know much details, to be honest. Yeah, I know there's something new that is happening, but I don't know if we'll be able to.
stay tuned.
I know, right? yeah. What's your favorite thing to do in the area when you have your time off? Can you actually turn it off, like from things when you're not working? Are you good at like let things go and enjoy your time off?
Sometimes, there are those moments where you're like, you leave, like I leave the workshop, but I'm still like, my brain's going ding, 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 ding. And but definitely out on the ocean is one of the
Nice,
favourite things. Yeah. On it, in it, just near it. Yeah. And
When you drive around and stuff, do you like think like, I was part of that? I did. With tradie dads, they're like, you see that house? I painted that. Are you like that when you drive like through the roads and stuff? You're like, I was part of that.
Oh, some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you think back and with the hubby we're driving around because we'd like to do, drive rounds. And it's like, oh, remember when we did?
Yeah.
Remember that? And then he's doing he's doing the same. Oh, remember when I put that beam up and that? It's like,
Yeah. I do.
yeah. And he's been working up here for a while, so
Oh, so,
there's
Right.
more buildings for him to say, oh, I did that. I was part of that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that just to make sure that I got it. People can hire like a private thing. Like, so if they have to move something out of the way and it's going to need like to block the road or something,
Yeah.
this is something that your team would do. But also like those when you have to redo the asphalt and everything,
Yeah.
is this all are all integrated, like different things that you do?
Yeah, there are some closures that I do. There are a few traffic management companies around and on the peninsula and that come into Whitianga around this area. Yeah,
Right.
there's a few around.
I was talking to a friend and I said, "Oh, Liz is coming," and he was like, "Oh, you should ask her. What's the thing with? There's this humor
Yeah.
that like sometimes things are redone without the necessity of it, and we have other places around here that like are susceptible to landslides. And like I understand that when you're a professional, you understand budgets, you understand priorities and everything. But like for the average Joe, you know, like for us watching roads closed, and then you think, oh, there was a landslide, you know, like you think, oh, why there's no attention to that area. So like does the council cover all of these things, like all of the
council covers local roads, and NZTA covers anything on the state highway.
right?
And so their budgets are different, and yeah, so it goes to different things. Yeah, it's quite. I get it when people, you know, when one piece of road's been done, and then you see them 6 months later back at that same bit of
Back there,
road. You're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
what's going on?
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like did
Yeah.
you not do it right, or
Yeah.
yeah?
Right.
What's normally the case with that? Is it not done right, or is it
So
heaps like done?
there's
I know.
there's heaps of variants that could happen. Like it might not have taken,
Yeah.
you know, the seal or something like that. Yeah.
Right. I remember that case in Matarangi, right? Because there used to be those red streets,
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
think there's one still. It's
and
like
then they cover
cobblestone.
it. Then
Yeah.
they change it again. And a
Yeah.
friend who lives there, he was telling me, I don't know why they did that. The red one was pretty good.
Yeah.
And now they covered with a different asphalt. And I'm like, well, I'll ask Lisa.
I saw a photo of like my house from I think the early 90s, and it's got red street, but now obviously it's not red. So no, maybe just an upgrade.
The seal, yeah, they reseal it to, you'd say, extend the life of the
Right.
road. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What are the majors? Like what is not good? Like when something happens, when you're called to do something, then you're like, oh, that's not good.
Anything that's where they have to dig into the road, because that normally,
Like so I guess you'd do like if there's a pipe leaking under the road, you guys would have to organise to dig it so that people can fix it.
yeah,
Is that right?
a contractor would be called to do
Yeah.
it, and then we'd do the outside of the traffic
Yeah.
management around. Yeah, but anything like on the road, it disturbs road
Everything,
users.
yeah.
and that's when you get
And everyone's hard
frustrated.
done by.
Yep, that's when you get frustrated people, and
Yeah.
you get yelled and screamed at, and stuff being chucked out the windows.
Oh,
at you.
really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Some people.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Do better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People should do
Yeah,
better.
do better, guys.
Knocking
Yeah.
the
The co-
cones.
Yeah,
knocking
yeah.
the
Truckies like to do that. They like to just, because sometimes, I don't know, they just like to do. Yeah.
And they're
Oh
like,
no.
Yeah. And they get stuck under their wheels and they're taken off like 2 Ks down the road.
is it super annoying? Sorry. Is
No,
it
no, no.
super annoying people stealing your cones? Like, is that still a thing?
Yeah.
Because
They
I
cost money.
I can imagine how much, like, I came from Hamilton. I studied there.
Yeah.
Uni days. I feel like every person had a cone in their house.
Yeah,
Was it costing you a lot?
it does cost a lot of money.
I can imagine because, I don't know, they've got like a couple of cones. They just bring them home.
Yeah. I
Cone
guess.
signs.
Yeah. You see
everything.
them and you're like, oh, they've got heaps. What's one or two?
I just
Yeah,
this one
yeah.
doesn't look like it's doing much. I'll just take it home.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you end up with cones and signs at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you retire cones?
Yes, you do, because they've got standard that they've got to be, you know, reflective, quite bright.
Oh, so a brand new
Right.
cone getting stolen is way annoying.
Yeah, like take the ones
the
that
shitty one.
Take the shitty ones. Yeah.
Right, cool. So I think we want to take a shitty one, Taylor? Because we,
Have you ever gone to a house and you're like, hey,
give it back.
cone.
Give it back.
Because back in my day, I probably took
Yeah.
one or two as well,
Yeah.
and a sign here and there.
Sign, cone.
Yeah, we've all done it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like nowadays, it's just like, oh, that's really expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But yeah,
we were joking the other day because well, people are getting sick, people are getting COVID and colds and everything. So sometimes I have to run the show by myself, or I don't know, if I get sick, someone might have to step up and say, there was like, we should have a cone. We should have a cone. Yeah. You know, so
dress it up. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll hit you up for a retired
Yeah.
A
cone.
retired cone.
Yeah.
Sure.
A rescued cone.
Yeah.
You know, like people get rescued dogs, we're gonna
Yeah.
get a rescued cone.
Because have you seen those cones on top of the Norfolk pines?
I was about to ask that. How is
Those big trees out the front.
Oh,
They
see,
put-
and you're like, how?
Yeah.
Yeah.
how?
But also, good on you. Like, good
Yeah.
job.
Yeah. Well done with not breaking any bones or anything.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And that was the same when we did the town upgrade.
Yeah.
There'd be, the places I'd find cones.
You're
It's like, oh, it's a good weekend, peeps.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, out from the pub, down the road.
Drag a cone until they get bored of it. And
Yeah.
You're like, I'm leaving here.
Or, this is not a good thing, they set up their own little sites, you know, so they'll put the cones across the road and stuff, which is not really recommended because, you know, someone could actually really get hurt if they crashed into it. But yeah, people do that a bit.
Right. So the other day, my friend has these two metal bars very close to the gutter, you know, like, and then, you know, I think so you don't, when you go up the driveway, it doesn't scratch your car.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
it's this metal one. And I was reversing. I was helping him to move houses, and I reversed, and I think the thing slipped and went straight to the road. And I was like, oh, that's not a good move. So, like, that's not a legal thing to do, right? Because I've seen it quite often, you know, like some people make like a little extension from the road to the gutter to make it.
Oh, when they
You know
haven't
what I
got the
mean?
dug in
Yeah.
concrete. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
more.
Put a
That's,
metal pole or something.
yeah, because that's pretty old school.
Yeah, but like, cannot do that, right? Or you gotta ask for permission or something. Because I was a
Yeah,
bit like, whoa, I've parked so many times in this house, and it was the first time that I reversed, and the thing was like, boom, rain.
Oh, so it wasn't attached.
No.
It's
You'd want
probably
it
illegal.
Yeah, you'd want it attached because you wouldn't want it like if you got.
Did your friend with no name put it there?
No,
Oh well, there you go.
no, it was there. It was
Yeah.
a rental or something.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, okay.
yeah. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, okay,
Well, you see now driveways have got a big cutout, so
right.
probably to take away that risk.
You know, another thing that I don't know what it is. Like they have, especially on there's one now on Coupe, is this long black rope, two ropes very close to each other, like less than a meter distance one from the other, and like
yep.
attached to some hooks. What's that?
That's a counter, so they're counting the traffic on that road. So it'll be some company would have put it in, and yeah, so it counts the traffic. So then they can say, oh, there's that many cars use that road, and then they'll be able to do the high times, like when it's heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, when the traffic's heavy, when it's light. Yeah, so
Is
that
it something they do before they work on the roads, or they just seen up like how much budget we putting aside for this road?
yeah,
Because it's a high user.
yeah, possibly, yeah. And they could be doing something, or like they could change it because the roads are, how would you put it? They I guess I don't know how to put it. Yeah,
It's fine.
yeah,
It's fine. It's fine. It's
yeah.
fine. I was thinking about completely changing the subject. Have you been overseas? Have you traveled around?
Yes.
Yes. What
yeah.
countries?
America and Australia and Bali.
And Bali.
Nice.
Yeah, Bali.
So I guess Bali is a bit more of a no one's
Like you guys could
land.
use
The traffic's a bit
Yeah,
more.
what's the traffic?
Yeah, do you check like ooh, the
nah,
traffic-
nah.
nah, you don't.
Nah, when I go overseas, it's like, nah,
Nah.
don't even think
I'm
of
gonna
that.
switch off because
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's bad enough driving in Bali. That's
Yeah.
some scary stuff.
Really?
Yes. Have you been any?
No.
no,
No?
I've never been.
Wow. The
roots.
Mopa bikes, you know, those little ring.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're just swarming with them, aren't they?
Oh yeah, and there's people on them, like there's mums with babies and babies on the back, and then they've got like these extra things. It's like you're driving past going, whoa.
No, for me, it would just be like, just concentrate on holding on if you're a passenger, not holding boxes and
Yeah,
stuff, but
boxes,
they get it all on
food,
there.
everything. Yeah, and then these cars are just like, chung, 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 chung. Yeah. Bali's definitely got crazy roads.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. But you're good at let go. I'm not.
Oh,
not
yeah,
Gonna,
nah.
I'm gonna.
I'm on holiday, I'm
Yeah.
not here to judge your roads.
Give them a
No.
call. Excuse me, guys. Just some ideas here.
No.
I was actually thinking about. Well, in South America, I've been to a few places that like the streets are very narrow. But then, like I think even like Wellington, you know, some places where the streets are
Yeah.
are tiny, you know. So I was just wondering, like, if you go to those places and you check those tiny streets, and you're like, damn, imagine having to do something here. That must be a pain, man. Like, this tiny areas, never.
Nah.
No, good.
Because otherwise you just start doing that for all roads. You'd be like, oh, what if you had something here?
Yeah.
So it's just, yeah.
We're pretty good with the size of the streets here in the Coromandel. Like, it's pretty.
Oh,
Good.
for what we have, yeah. They're pretty windy.
They are ones,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
That-
one thing I noticed when I moved to Matarangi, that we don't have curbs.
No, you don't, do
No,
you?
it's
down
all
there?
flat.
Yeah.
And just road, grass, footpath. No curb anywhere.
That's right.
Which I thought was weird, but I didn't even realise until someone pointed out to me that was visiting. You're like, where's your curbs? I was like, I don't know.
They
Where are they?
Maybe they forgot them.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
nowhere, there's no curbs. I think it's strange, but there is none, so.
Yeah.
What license do you have? Driver's license.
Driver's license. HT.
Oh wow! I didn't even know there goes that.
I think it's 2. Yeah, which is just the truck. Yeah, and then you go to, I think it's 4 where you can do a trailer. I think. Yeah, so just a big truck. So I can drive the fire truck.
You can drive the fire
Yeah.
truck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that your favourite, like jumping on and driving? Or
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
Under lights and sirens, you
Yeah.
can go fast. It's like, get out of my way.
you guys do like a defensive driving course and everything,
yeah.
hey?
We had to do that. That was 4 days
Yeah.
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 learning everything. So we drove from here all the way into Hamilton, the city, to do some city driving, some real small roads, and then back. And nighttime driving. Just to do all those elements, you know, while you're driving the truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, emergency stopping. We practiced that up a gravel road up the coast.
Yeah.
Yep, just all that kind of defensive driving.
Right. So you like driving? Like it's
Yeah, I do.
Do you, Christine?
I am the driver in my family. I enjoy driving. Yeah. So I don't know. I just prefer driving.
Is it a control thing?
No, I don't know. Sometimes I'm happy to be the passenger because I'm like,
Yeah.
I've never seen that house before, or I've never seen that before because I can look out the window. But I think I've got to do it all the time. I just like driving. So yeah, when we go away, I do the whole drive.
Oh, do you? Yeah.
And I like it.
I'm normally the passenger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In charge of the radio.
Yeah,
Change
yeah,
the songs.
yeah. Nah, it
Oh, no,
drives
driver picks.
the
The
driver.
driver picks.
Nah. I do the radio, but it drives the hubby back crazy because I always like fast
yeah.
forward the song.
That's me.
30 seconds. Oh, I've had enough of that song.
Yeah.
Next one.
I heard the bit I like.
Yeah, yeah. And he's like, it drives me crazy.
Yeah, it drives my
What are your go-to? What kind of songs? What
Uh,
music style?
I
Oh
like.
yes, just want to know we're not a musician, or are you a musician?
No.
Oh,
Every time
not
that
a
Christine
musician.
comes to the show, there's a musician here.
yeah, and they're
Oh,
all
is there?
musicians, and
Oh,
they
okay.
play guitars and drums, and I'm like, cool.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, give me a bangle. I'll just
Yeah.
hit it.
A triangle.
Yeah, yeah.
I got a sick playlist. It's about me.
Hey, gotta love those playlists.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love those
Yeah.
playlists.
Yeah. I like a bit of everything. I'm more like the rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the moment I just like a bit of everything.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of like Spotify. You can just
Yeah.
find a whole new lot of artists and just crank it out.
Do you sing along?
Of course.
Yeah.
More so when I'm by myself.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wonder, like, you know, when people are driving towards you and you're like fully going like,
yeah.
Yeah.
like what you look like.
I always wonder that too,
Yeah.
because I'm you know, when I drive the roads home, it's not too bad because everyone's going 100k past you.
Yeah.
But around town, you're like, I'll just turn it down, and I don't know. I don't want to get caught out singing.
I was at karaoke last Friday at the Fitzsianga Hotel, and this lady comes to me. She's like, I was walking along the beach the other day, and then you drove past and you were singing so loud. And I'm like, well, gotta practice for this, right? And I was like, well, was it good singing? She was like, you scared me. Yeah, I think I gave her a fright.
So you sang karaoke?
Yeah.
What's your song? What's your go-to song?
I try to
There's got to be one that you're like, this is my song. I doubt it out.
I read the crowd. I'm a professional.
Oh,
I get there. I have a look. Okay, cool. It's a
Ebba.
rock. It's a rock. And
ABBA.
Yeah, you look like an ABBA crowd.
I was going to say Queen.
Yeah, Queen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Queen is hard to sing though.
Yeah, you
Freddie
gotta.
Mercury gets
Yeah.
pretty serious.
Yeah,
What
very.
about you? You would karaoke or
I've done it.
a couple times?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good old Credence. I think we sang a Credence song.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was kind of fun over at the Coromandel pub.
No.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, the good old classics, eh?
Yeah.
Gotta do it. Yeah. Do you like going to gigs around here when we have some? Is that your thing?
Oh, yeah, music gigs. Yeah, love music gigs.
Nice.
Yeah.
So good, eh? For the soul.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So you'll be missing them now with all COVID and everything. Everything's
Yeah,
sitting.
I think the last one I went to was at the Mount, which was before the last lockdown.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's been a while, so
Wow.
Craving.
be good to once they start up again. Yeah.
Yes.
We'll miss that on what's the summer festival here? The
Yeah. It didn't happen, eh?
no,
The
no,
last
everything
one.
got cancelled.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
When does that start again?
wasn't it January?
Yeah.
I think so, eh?
Yeah, so I think it got cancelled.
Mm. Would you? Oh, probably would be involved with those ones. Oh no.
No.
It's a private.
They'll probably get a bigger outfit.
Mm.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Could you though? Like, would you be prepared for like big events to do the traffic and everything if needed?
Plan and design it, yeah.
Yeah.
To actually do it on the road, I don't have all the stuff for it.
Because it's always a mission, eh?
Yeah.
Close that road, open that one. That's gonna be parking spots. That's gonna be access for musicians and whatever. I'm always like, whoa, those guys are working hard, man. Those guys are serious about it.
Yeah.
You mentioned the lockdown. How did that hit your business?
I was the traffic side of it. There was nothing.
Nothing stopped for years.
Yeah, no, that one did. There was nothing coming in because there was nothing happening out on the road.
Yeah, that's true. No one was
Yeah.
allowed to drive, were they?
Yeah, no
Mm.
one's. Yeah, you weren't allowed, and so they weren't allowed to do any work, which actually would have probably been a perfect time to get out there and fix what needed to be fixed because there's hardly anyone on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What areas do you see potential for like improvements in the Coromandel? When you drive around, you're like, oh man, this is
Definitely the state highway.
state highway.
Yeah.
Right. What
We need a few extra like two lane bridges down the coast, don't we? Tyra? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hmm.
So again, like because people from overseas listen to our show, which is pretty cool. We're going international. What is the purpose of a one-way bridge?
I don't know.
Damn!
I don't know, slow them down.
I always thought it would be like to slow down traffic coming through when it's the busy season. Like
Maybe it was
that's
cheaper to
my
build a smaller bridge.
I think they were the way it was cheaper to build a
Right.
one-way bridge, and there wasn't the traffic like Kopu Bridge in Thames. That used to be one way.
Yeah, and it was lower, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
Like it could have been flooded if
Yeah.
it was. Is that how low it was?
The bridge didn't get flooded, but I think the banks on the side did.
Yeah.
Could possibly, but yeah. So that was a one-way bridge. That'd be a while now.
Yeah,
And I remember, to get.
and it felt dodgy when you drove it, eh?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like-
because it was old.
Yeah, you're like, this could easily be swept away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you'd have all half of Auckland lining up all the way back
Yeah.
trying to get over.
Let's not all get on it at the same time.
Yeah.
guys.
Oh,
that was what freaked me out. And it's all
Yeah.
like always like undo the belt and put the window down.
Yeah, just in case I got to swim.
Yeah. Yeah.
wow, true way.
Yeah.
I feel like it was really wooden. Like
Yeah.
It wasn't like now the concrete thing goes over now. I feel like it was just a wooden structure. Like it was gonna sway away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks a bit like, ooh. You're not
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Because I think it did move. Like the section of it was able to turn, so the boats could go up the river,
Yeah.
and then it would come back down and turn.
Do you work with the developers because there's so much happening at the moment?
Nah,
No.
nah. I'm more the end result.
Right.
Yeah, I'm more like once they've developed and decided, and then once they go do the work or give it to the contractors, that's when they come and
Right.
ask.
Because there's so many areas that look like could be vulnerable for natural disasters and stuff. You know, every time that I see like big houses or new development happening, I'm like, wow, this is so close to the sea. You know, like this is, I don't know. Does it get you sometimes? Do you look at what people are doing, developing their places, and
No, not really.
really.
Nah.
they do the thing they know?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, they know. Like, we
yeah,
don't know
if the sea
now.
rises, well, that's that's on you.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever been stuck in one of those floods or anything like that, in a situation that was not very nice to be in the car? They were like, ooh,
Not that I can
No.
recall. No.
Lisa?
My mum and sister got stuck at Hikawai when it flooded out there.
Mhm.
It was a couple of days before my wedding, and they were sitting on the side of the road with the cake topper,
Oh no.
and it was hot, and
Yeah.
it was flooded, and it was all just going.
Oh no! Oh no! Did it survive? Did the cake survive?
Yeah, the mum's kind of like
Yeah.
redid it a bit,
To something right.
rejigged it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be right. Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
man. In Brazil is a big thing, like every summer, because there's not a proper rubbish collection in some areas, you know, so it all gets stuck.
Oh, and the
gutters.
pipes.
Yeah, in the pipes,
Yeah.
the gutter. So when it rains, it's just like sometimes it's like pretty tall, like 1.5 meters, and it gets pretty gnarly. Yeah. So yeah,
There's some pretty intense rainfall in some of the parts around New Zealand nowadays, isn't there? Like down the west coast, like they've been hammered, and
Mm.
there's some big waters going down those rivers.
yes.
Taking Gisborne, they lost
Mm.
half that bridge.
Oh yeah.
Or was it Gisborne? Recently they got hammered.
Yeah. Is it? And they had a lot of their like marae and stuff. Is that the one that washed away?
Yeah, that was really sad.
Yeah, that was real sad to see. Because
Yeah.
then I think all the family everyone from around the area was trying to sort it out, weren't they?
Yeah, and then the part of the bridge went out. And yeah. So rain-wise,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a connection with like more environmental causes when you're studying, when you're getting prepared to do this kind of work? Like, do you go through?
you take that into account, but you can't foresee what's going to happen, but you kind of take the possibility that weather might affect your site. So I've got to take that into account.
Right. So
But that's all you can do. You can't change it.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you just kind of design it to the way that you see fit. That will be fit for purpose. And then if something happens and it affects it, well, then you just close it down and take it away. Take away that risk. Yeah.
Are there other areas that you are interested in apart from what you do? Like if you would change jobs or start something different as well, what would you like doing?
Oh, I'd like to go back to plants, actually. I had a break from traffic management and I went and worked at Mercury Bay Garden Centre.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Out with
Yeah.
Leanne and Andy.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Oh, I love plants. Yeah. So I'd do something. I'd go back to that.
No. Do you have a little garden at home? Do you have space? For
I have a little bit of space because we are having quite a large shed being built, man shed.
Oh.
So I've got my corner garden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so good for mental health, eh? Just being in touch with plants and
It is.
soil.
It's one of my joys.
So you
As-
like out in the garden or like indoor plants or both?
Both.
I've just sort of started having indoor plants, or maybe that's been like a year. I'm so proud of myself that they're alive. Like every single day when I look at them, I'm like, I've got like 6 now.
That's big.
I know. I want
Especially-
more. I
yeah.
want more. I want some more, but At the same time, I'm impatient. Like, I want to get a plant that's that big. I don't want to grow it from little.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I want a plant now.
Yeah, that's pretty hard when you get one that's like 4 leaves. You're like, and then
Aw.
you see pictures and they're all beautiful. And you're
Yeah.
like, "What- how long are you going to take to get to there?
Yeah, but I've got one now that is so long. Like, it was on the top shelf and it was nearly touching the ground. And I grew that from a cutting. So I'm proud of that one. Yeah.
Wow, that is something to be proud of.
Yeah, but when you see like monsteras and stuff, you're like, I want a big one. But
Yeah,
be patient.
I've got a big one of that
Yeah.
monstera.
Did you grow it from a?
No, I bought it quite big, but
Yeah.
now it's just like shooting and shooting.
You're like, went too big.
Yeah, it's kind of getting to the point where it's like, oh, okay, I might cut you off and
Yeah.
put you in a pot and I'll cut you off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, now I've got more.
Yeah, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's like, I grew these, I didn't go buy them.
Yeah, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
What?
what we do with our
It's all the plants
cactuses.
here.
Yeah, we cut it, start a new one.
Yeah,
Grows again.
those ones are good.
They're cool, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah, and they look cool. That was
Yeah.
very American desert-like
Yes.
kind of, yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
And if that one disappears and there's a cone there, I know I'm gonna know what happened.
It's at my house.
Oh,
It's at my house.
Were you?
I'll give you the cone later on.
Yeah.
Oh, there
I'll put a cone back. Yeah. See?
you asked for a cone, Leo,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So there you go. Here's
You
your
didn't
cone.
say-
Cone couldn't fit too.
Yeah. Couldn't take the cone and the tree.
Yeah.
Great. Are you also into like veggie garden or flowers, or you just like the
Veggie garden, yep.
Yeah.
I've grown, had a good crop last season. Yeah.
yeah?
Yeah, some good, decent capsicums. Never grown them. They were all little.
Nice.
Now I've got some decent big ones.
Beautiful.
Yeah, zucchinis and all that. Yeah. I
Hey.
love being able to grow veggies. And yeah, and especially with them being so expensive at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So expensive.
It's so good to be able to pick from your own garden and go, yeah, I grew you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And much more nutritious as well.
Oh, yeah.
Fresh.
Yeah,
of course.
fresh. Yeah.
Oh, so you mentioned all these the prices and things getting more expensive. So I guess that also affects what you do. Like the quotes and everything gets more expensive. And has it been easy to navigate?
I've stayed pretty. Yeah, I haven't gone up in price. My side of it, not so much, because I haven't got consumables or products. You know, unlike say our other side, the engineering business. You know, steel's gone up
Yeah.
quite a lot of times. Yeah, I think.
And not only that, you got to think like fuel, I guess,
Yeah,
all that sort of stuff.
yeah.
That's
Yeah, so if I'm out on site, yeah, that's when the fuel would come into play more so now, because I'm not, I've been off that side of it. I haven't had to stress or worry about that side of it, but yeah,
Is it all diesel? Most
yeah.
of the trucks in
our trucks are diesel, but still you've got your road users charges. So yeah, once you start doing that side, you've got to take that into account. But the design and plan side, not so much.
Right.
Yeah.
It's been hard for families, to keep up with all the
Oh,
prices
yeah,
and
it's
everything that
ridiculous.
is
It's
happening.
crazy.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
And after everything rises, there's no really anywhere to take money from except for the grocery bill. Like, that's the only thing you can sort of,
Cut
I
down.
guess, control.
Yeah.
So you're like, going down?
Yeah.
Down?
Especially when
Yeah.
you go in there and you see the products, like what they were a while ago, and you think, holy
Really?
shit,
Yeah.
can they be that expensive? Like,
Yeah.
that's next level.
Yeah. Sometimes
Like-
we even have to change our habits, what we eat, what we consume.
But then things like cabbage, like, cabbage is just cabbage, right? You
Yeah.
don't eat it every meal. I don't know. You might eat it every meal. And then you go and it's like $2. You're like, nah, I don't want cabbage, or I don't need it this week. And then it's $7. You're like, why?
Yes, and you've
do
got a
not- I
recipe
don't
with
like,
cabbage.
Yeah, I don't like cabbage that much for $7 worth of it, but far out. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah, there's no consistency. It's
No.
either like, whoop,
Yeah, and that was just like a week apart.
yeah.
So, no cabbage this week.
so you said you're definitely not part of the firefighter kitchen team. However, do you like cooking at home? Is it a thing?
No.
No.
I'm gonna be
Leave
truthful. No, I think I just miss those genes. Yeah, and I try.
Okay.
Yeah. So are you on meal duties at night time, or your husband?
Sometimes, yeah,
Yeah.
we share.
Yeah, nice.
He's the better cook.
Yeah.
He's one of those ones that you can just like chuck stuff together and you'll be like, wow, this is amazing.
Tastes good.
I do it and it's like, and I can tell like,
You
nice.
did good, babe.
yeah, thanks, babe. And it's like,
yeah.
you're just
I'm
eating
so
it.
full though. I'm so full.
Next minute, the dogs are like, yeah, this is what we're eating it.
Yeah.
What's his specialty? What do you like? Yeah, that's good. Yes, I'm glad.
Oh, he does. Yeah. Oh, definitely seafood. His specialty is seafood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you go out fishing? Do you,
Yeah.
do you guys,
Yeah. Yeah. Because Hayden's kind, he's a boat builder. Was a boat builder, and he does a lot of engineering, marine-y, boaty kind of stuff. Yeah.
So do you do all the fishing competitions and stuff around here?
Nah.
No?
Nah.
Just like to do it just for fun?
Just go out with the family, especially when our boy comes down. The
Yeah.
three of us go out. And
That's cool,
Yeah,
yeah.
the boat. It's just cool to hang out there and talk shit. And
do you have space to sleep in the? In the
no,
boat?
it's just a center console boat.
Right.
Yeah. So Hayden, we bought the hull and he made everything up. So yeah, he's quite
pretty cool,
talented.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's super cool. So I guess you don't get like car sick, seasick with all this.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
More car or the boat more.
Boat. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Have the sea legs every now and then. But they make you a bit drowsy, so you don't get to enjoy the fishing
you
as
can
much.
get the wristband things, is it right? Like these
I haven't tried those.
no, well, I'm
really?
pretty good, but
Yeah.
my middle son, he
Yeah.
gets all car sick and boat sick, and
So does that work for the car?
we haven't tried it.
Yeah.
We just like we can't give him like a device and don't look down at your
Yes.
book or don't read anything. Like just look around and
Yeah.
But
So what does it do? What is the
I don't know.
difference?
I think it's like a vibration thing. I think.
Right.
Yeah, but I know you can get bands. I think they're vibration thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people get them for the boat mainly.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
it's to do with your inner ear, I think.
I heard
Because
about
there's
that,
an old wives' tale. I got told by an old fisherman, just like put toilet paper like in your left ear. So I don't know what that does.
Did you
but,
try it?
Yeah.
Did it work?
No, I don't think it
He
did.
just wanted you to look silly. With
Yeah.
I think that was it. He just wanted to take the piss
It's like,
out of
did
us.
you do it? And you're like, yeah, and it's like,
Yeah.
And then you need a picture.
Yeah, and then we got just like a big toilet roll and we just like put on. Now this is not working.
yeah.
I get car sick if I'm in the passenger seat, especially in the windy roads
So
here.
you're a driver then? You like to drive?
Well, I don't fancy the drive, but I go for
You
it.
need to.
But if I'm in the passenger seat, yeah.
Yeah.
Always like on the way to Aotearoa.
Yeah.
That's the worst
Kills
part
me.
of the road.
Yeah.
Yuck.
And I heard two things. I heard about the ear.
Yeah.
And someone also told me that it could be the way that you sit. So like if you're not actually like sitting properly and straight, your body kind of like plays with it as you
Oh, so you're
the
going
cut.
with the.
yeah. So I'm paying more attention to that, but it's not helping.
I might try that.
Yeah. So if our audience has some good advice about
Yeah. Bucket.
oh it sucks oh yes
Yuck.
no, and then there's always the worst time like sometimes you with someone and then you're having a chat and then suddenly you're like I cannot talk anymore.
Yeah,
Like, I
you
cannot
feel
even
it.
pay
You
attention
feel
to
it
what-
here, and you're like,
I know. Like I've only ever been car sick once, but I was going to the hospital actually, and my husband was driving, and I threw up in the car, but I was sick, so I was going to hospital.
yeah,
But I can that was disgusting. Like I can imagine people who get car sick all the time. Like that sucks.
It's horrible.
Yeah. And so when my son gets car sick, it's like, as an adult, you're like, I'm going to feel sick. Let me get something.
Yes.
But you're like, how do I reach back there with a bag and or a container or something? But we've been Ziploc bags. Carry them everywhere.
oh yeah, that's a good idea.
A Ziploc bag because then you just,
Yes,
Done.
and I guess,
and it's not a bag. It's
and
not
no-
a plastic bag.
and no back
Yep.
splash.
No,
You
you
know.
like spewing it, zip it up, put it in the boot.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, so we have them in our glove box all the time because of my son.
Lisa, you said that you're how old is your son?
23.
23.
Yeah.
So when he was well, a child, a teenager, you were already on this mission, already doing these jobs. And who used to work more at home, you or your husband?
When our son was at home, we worked for other people, so we didn't have our own businesses.
Right.
Yeah.
So was easy to balance things, to be at home?
Not really, but yeah, you tried, and he got to the age where it was okay for him to be at home, for those short amount of time.
Yeah.
Before one of us got home.
Right.
Or he'd be in after school care or stuff like that. Yeah.
Do you think you're working more nowadays that you have your own business?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
More rewards and all.
Yeah, you've got to work hard. Yeah, you've got to sacrifice. You do sacrifice your weekends. Yeah. You're working long days.
Not only that, like your work doesn't stop at 5 when all the workers get to go home.
Yeah.
You carry on.
Especially if you've got a laptop and you take it home and then you're like,
Ooh.
just, you check your phone.
Check the
emails.
check
It's like,
everything,
and then you're like, I'll just do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a bit harder when I was working at home.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't have the workshop to go to. Yeah. And there was no
separation.
Yeah, no
between-
separation at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that was the thing during the pandemic, like a lot of people really loved working at home, and some other people hated because there was a mix of spaces there. So you were definitely not into I don't mean just about the pandemic, but like overall, not your thing to work at home.
No, some days, but I quite like people, like the interaction, and I seem to work better, when there's people to bounce off, and when you're at home and you're the only person you're talking to is your dogs, like that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you've got to go out to get some human contact.
Yes.
So to work out at the workshop and you've got people coming in and out, so that's heaps better. They're coming in to see, Hayden, that side of the business, but it's just that people interaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Where's the business?
We're out at Mowai and Abraham.
Oh,
Yeah, out there.
The
Out the industrial area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you go to the bike park sometimes?
The odd occasion go for a walk up there. Yeah, because it's so beautiful.
They're doing a good job.
Yeah, they do an amazing job.
I've never been. I want to go.
Really?
Highly recommend it.
Yeah.
Even if you don't want to bike
have all
it.
been.
Yeah.
Like, my kids have been for a bike ride and stuff, but it's just every time we've planned to go, it's just never worked out.
Taylor loves taking the dog there for a walk. Yeah, so that's it. How many dogs do you have?
2
dogs.
2 dogs.
Big dogs?
A Rottweiler and
So
then
yes, too big.
Yes.
and then a fat sausage English bulldog.
Oh, cute.
He's overweight.
I want it. That's
Everyone
my
that
dream
sees
dog, English
everyone-
bulldog.
Oh, they snore
Oh,
and
perfect.
fart.
And they fine?
Like it makes your eyes water.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's gorgeous.
Yeah.
He's pretty old. He's coming up 8. So yeah, he reminds me of a grumpy old man.
Yeah.
Yeah. All he wants to do is eat and sleep, and
You're like, okay,
yeah.
same.
Cool.
But he's like real mumsy. Like he just wants to hang. He just wants to be around people.
Yeah.
Yeah, like under your feet. Like yeah.
Yeah. Oh, cute.
Do you guys have dogs, Christine?
No, I don't have a dog.
No.
No, we've got cats.
Cat.
Because we've got a cat door and no gate. So
Oh yeah.
Cats.
we went for cats. Yeah, they're all right.
I'm not a cat person.
You're not
I
a
don't
cat
think
person.
I'd be
not your
either.
thing.
Like I've always wanted an English bulldog, and one of my friends breeds them, and I was
Yep.
like, she's got one for me.
Yeah.
He's like, no.
No.
Yeah, no. So
Oh.
he's like, until we get a fence.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, build a fence.
Yeah, put a fence.
Mm.
Yeah.
You don't even need to like have a.
I need $20,000 for a fence, and I need some money for the dog.
Yeah.
That's all. I'm not asking for much.
And then some to the side for the vet bill.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Insurance and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they recommend insurance.
I got insurance for my cats.
Have you?
Yeah. I don't
Really?
know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Well, as adults, we've had got kids and stuff, but these were our first pets we ever had. So
Yeah.
I was like, insurance and register them at the vet. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's good though.
Yeah.
If you've got insurance, it covers you for the health side of it. And then when they get sick, because
Yeah.
it's so expensive.
It's so expensive. So I was like, I can't afford that, but I can afford the insurance monthly. So
For everything? Do they cover everything?
they don't cover like things that would like a common problems? Like I know like Labradors always have bone issues. They don't cover things like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like with certain breeds of, I guess mainly dogs, that they're more likely to have that issue. I don't think they cover that.
Yeah, like breathing for bulldogs, and they've got a issue with their skin. They're allergic to quite a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So they don't.
they don't
that sort of
cover
stuff
that.
doesn't get
Yeah.
covered.
Yeah, because they're that flat nosed. They all have that issue. Yeah, so that's not
Yeah.
covered in insurance.
And depending on what you get, like dentist isn't covered.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. When I was so surprised when I came to New Zealand because it really works, you know, like there's no stray dogs, no stray cats. All the dogs are like registered.
Yeah.
And it works very well, you know, people find the owners because in Brazil it's just chaos, you know, like there are gangs. The dogs have like, I'm not joking.
Like street dogs.
Yeah,
And then
hey,
gangs.
Papa. They have gang. Yeah. They do. Like
Are they mean? Like, would you be like, oh, I'm not walking down
they
there?
can be because there's still
the dog
there's
gangs down
rabies there.
Yeah.
You know, like so sometimes you come across some behavior that you
Rabid
didn't want to-
dogs.
Yeah, but like so smart, like incredibly organized. Yeah, it's crazy. It's true.
Wow.
Like and they love the homeless.
wow.
Like they really bond
Yeah.
with the homeless people in Brazil.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Is
they walk together.
homelessness big in Brazil?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, misery. Yeah. Quite a normal, especially now that we have a lunatic in power. Misery is coming back. Like it was not a huge thing a few years ago, but now it's really going down again, and it's very sad to see people like with qualifications, people like very smart people, like just kind of like having to go for their lifestyle, you know, because there are support. Sometimes it doesn't. But another shocking thing that sometimes I tell Kiwis and like they just don't believe, there's no access to water in the city. So like it's very hard to find like public toilets. You wouldn't find a water fountain. If you go to a restaurant, they would never bring you a bottle of water.
Right there?
No,
Oh wow.
no, gotta pay for everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So where's the water from though? Is it like on tanks or something?
Tanks, yeah. Like there's the water system, but I think it's just too big and corrupted.
Yeah.
So, and obviously, I see it as a way to kind of like not making people want to go to the streets. So like if you cannot even have access to water, you know, like so all this charity, how do you call it? These groups and these people who support homeless, they always say that they're like, this is like you killing people, you know, like because you know that it's part of the city, you know, like and they cannot drink water, and then the government would say yes because we want to take them to shelters and we want to support. Like no,
They don't really.
they they don't really. Yeah, so like these small things are very interesting to compare.
Yeah.
You know, like sometimes I look back and like, of course I started talking about the pets, but it's very easy to jump to humans. You know, when you have 200 million people, you know, like a lot of dogs are way better treated than people.
Yeah.
You know, like I think that's everywhere. We were talking about people paying a lot of money for pets, right? Just before, like, so we know,
crazy.
we know that is a thing.
Yeah.
Right. But it's sad when you see people actually struggling for that. Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So coming to New Zealand was like, oh, cool. And when I because I have a cat, mom, my mom and my sister and my dad as well, like they were always into bringing stray dogs and cats home because it's so common, you know.
Yeah.
So my sister loves, saw a dog, and then they come with like this malnourished dog, and then the dog stays home for like, you know, a couple of months, and then someone takes it and everybody cries, you know. But like there was a time the house was big-ish for the neighborhood that we were into, but like I think we had 4 dogs and 3 cats
Wow.
at one stage.
Yeah.
Like all stray dogs, all stray
Yeah.
cats, you know, like. But then I think I got that thing with the cats, you know, because cats are independent.
Yes.
And I was watching mom, like, man, buy stuff and like having to give like medicine and struggling to hold the dogs. And I think that just grew in me. I'm like, I don't think I want a dog. You know? My cat is always there doing her thing, you know, like I think she owns me actually. I think she's the boss when I come home, because here she's like living the dream.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
That'll
wow.
be it. That'll be it. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's the boss.
Oh, like,
Get it behind.
Get behind. Yeah, 100%. Do your cats take over the house?
Sort of. Like, our cats aren't really like sit on your lap cats and sit on your bed. Like, I don't know. I don't like them sleeping in the room because I don't want to listen to them purr all night or have to open the door or anything like that. No, they just do their own thing. Yeah.
What about your dogs, Lisa? Are they everywhere? Inside, outside,
They're
the
very
bed?
needy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sleep by your feet?
Hell no.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
They are in the kennel out the back, way down the back of the section.
Down the back. Oh, that's snoring, eh?
Yeah, because Bruce, the bulldog, his name's Bruce, he snores, man.
Bruce.
Sorry, Bruce, you're outside.
Yeah, way down the back of the house. But he's got he's got pillows and it's quite it's not just a kennel, it's top rated kennel.
Yeah.
But he's quite he likes he's got a schedule, you know.
A routine.
Routine. Yeah. He's got to be fed in the evening and then put to bed. Otherwise he's just, we call it the witching hour.
Yeah.
Where he's trying to
not happy.
No, he's grumpy and he's trying to hump your leg, and especially when guests come around, it's like he's licking them, and then it's like you've got to move, and they're like, no, he's all right, and then next minute he's trying to hump the leg. It's like,
told you.
Yeah,
you should have moved.
We have that's fantastic. We have quite a busy chat tonight. That's awesome. Okay, Billy, great to hear that women are taking more jobs as engineers. We need more females in power.
Yes, we do.
So, do you feel like because you mentioned having a mentor?
Yeah.
Do you have you had this opportunity to be a mentor for other women?
In a smaller role, I guess. Yeah, I'm always pumping up women that are coming through, especially if they want to get into this industry or do firefighting or just owning it. Like, if you've got a side gig that you want to push, like, get out there and do it.
Do it.
Yeah. Use your woman power.
Girl, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Own it. Be a queen.
Yeah.
What else have we got here? We got, so that was Billy Humble. Thanks, Billy. And then we also have Silver Shadow. How long does all the pre-planning stage take for the road works? I think it's a bit of a broad.
It's dependent if it's a project, like there's lots of different elements in it. Like it takes me a day or so for a small plan.
What's a small plan like?
Just probably maybe shoulder closure. Just they're putting in a pipe in one part of the berm or something like that. Yeah.
And what's a big plan? Is it like
a big plan when you've got lots of you've maybe got, you're on a corner of a street, you're going underneath the road, and there's lots of elements. Different elements. You're digging. You're excavating, depending what you've got on site. Mm-hmm. There is a difference for planning.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Planning is quite essential. Yeah.
Sometimes even more important than the actual.
It is, and it's getting harder too, because the health and safety. You've got you're using that as well, and you've got to make sure that your site that you have planned, the job can be done.
Would you say health and safety is like the biggest bump you have to overcome when planning?
Yeah, you've got to take that into account.
Yeah.
Right.
Because you've got to, like myself as a planner designer, I've got to make sure that that plan is fit for site. Mm-hmm. And if anything was to go wrong in that site that maybe my planning had affected, that I need to be absolutely sure that plan, that I would be able to stand in front of a court or something and say, yep, I've planned it and I've taken all that into account. Yeah, you've got to own it. Yeah. Like I can't just like draw up a plan and design and then like give it to the council and then give it to the who's going to do the site and go, yeah, I'm sweet. You've got to, it can come back to you.
Yeah, like, no.
Something happened, WorkSafe can come back and go, well, you planned this.
I see your name here.
Yes, please explain. Yeah. So you've got to cover your bum. That's it. Mm-hmm. Cover.
Right.
and make sure that you can't fake it. You know that
You
saying,
can't
fake
say,
it to make it?
Not on this job.
Nah, you
Make
can't.
it and make it.
Yeah, make it.
Right.
Plan it and make it.
Yeah.
How stressful it is to see when the lane is painted wrong.
Yeah, or or when you go for a drive to the site, and I'm not doing the traffic management, so I've just done the plan, and so you've given it away, and then you go to the site, and you're just there going, I didn't design it like that.
Do you see other people's designs and you're like, what the? How did they get that ticked off? Or would it be between designing and setting it up that it's changed?
designing and setting it up?
Yeah.
Sometimes. A good designer, I think, because I've worked on the road, I think that's a big aspect that helps me.
Yeah.
There are some designers I think out there that have
never been on the road.
never actually been on the road and don't understand that. Like,
Do you go to the site while you're designing or before you design so you can actually?
Yep, definitely. That's a must.
Yeah.
Especially for the big sites to get onto that site and see what you've got. That's definitely
Right.
Mm.
We got one more here, and that's a little bit related to what we're talking about. So this one is from Graham. Thanks, Graham. How often do you get unrealistic plans, like the road plan and Canva is all out whack, and you have to modify it on the go?
I don't really deal with the Canva. He's talking about the Canva, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's more engineering side of it, I would say. Yeah, I don't deal with the Canva.
But any unrealistic plans or any unrealistic things to do that you're like, what?
Oh, contractors have unrealistic thoughts sometimes.
Right. That's why you're there, right?
Yeah.
To tell them. Hey,
Yeah. And for me, I've got to be confident and say, yeah, I don't think this is going to work. How about we try this? Yeah. Like you've got to meet in the middle, because some contractors are just like, they don't want to, they see it, traffic management, as they don't want it. It's extra cost.
Yeah.
It's going to slow me down. And they're just like,
you're like, oh, you need it.
Yeah,
and,
you need it.
I'm
You're
here
not
to help you. I'm not against you.
No, like I'm very much like I'm here to help and work with you.
Yeah.
Because it makes my job easy and
Yeah.
it makes you easy, and everyone's happy as you can be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yes. Got to work together, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Collaborate.
Yeah.
Because if it goes wrong,
Everyone's in the shit. Yeah.
Did you get a lot of people complaining about what was done here in Fitzsimmons? Did you have people saying, why? Why is this happening?
Yeah. So my role was the traffic management side, and I was the stakeholder liaison. So I was the you would call it the buffer between the project manager and the three big dudes. So I kind of had to deal with any dramas, any disgruntled people.
How fun's that?
Oh, it was great. After the job finished, I hibernated for 3 months, I think.
Good on you.
Yeah.
And it was funny because I went to the bakery or something after, and they're like, oh, you're back. And it's like, no, I never left.
Yeah.
I'm just haven't been
Just
out in
hiding.
town.
Yeah.
There were some great people out there, but there were also some really just nasty people. Yeah, unfortunately. And sometimes I'd try to think, okay, maybe they're having a bad day. You've always got to kind of take that into account. Like, you don't know what someone's going through on that day, and you could have just been that person in the wrong place. But yeah.
Right.
You try and take that, but it's still hard to be yelled at and called names.
Oh,
and
sure.
Yeah.
Especially when you're doing your best with mufflers, with noise, with things happening.
Yeah. Like it was my town too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's why they kind of put me in that role, because I've
At
lived
least you're a
here.
familiar face.
Yeah. Semi-familiar, and
They know you do it.
yeah, and I think they tried to put, they thought that a female, I think there wouldn't have been so much more abruptness
Oh, yeah.
if there was a male. Because we are a bit nicer. a bit calmer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not so fiery back there's no use coming into a situation where it's firing at you.
Yes.
Though I am fiery by nature, but you just like take a breath and try and deal with the problem then, and then
I am minority here, so I won't say anything.
So
I'll
he's
just
fiery.
agree with you. I'll be like, yeah, sure.
If you say so, cool.
yeah.
Nice. We have a few more comments. That's super cool. Thanks, guys, for engaging. So we have Mary Bobs. She was like, whoa, that's a good message. Whoa. And then she says, that's a great channel, better than any TV channel at 7 p.m. in New Zealand.
Woohoo! Yeah.
Oh, that was cool. Nice, Mary. Best way to support this beautiful show that you like
Is that a Shortland Street disc? Because that's the only other thing I can think of that's on at 7.
at 7 p.m. I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you say Shortland Street? Is that what you
Yeah.
said? Oh
Is
no.
that Shortland Street on it this time?
Screw that. What's
I don't
that?
know. I haven't watched it in years.
Don't.
Nah.
Yeah,
Don't.
just way better.
ALTBAYS.
Yeah.
And then Mary said something cool. She said, "Oh, I was just saying, like, best way to support us is to subscribe to our channel and share the shows that you like. Tell your friends. That's how we're gonna grow and bring more cool people from our community and around New Zealand." Yay! There were other comments, but Mary also said, "A new study suggests that we can train ourselves not to get motion sickness for folks who are prone to motion sickness." So we're going to do some research on that, Mary. Thank you. Silver Shadow is saying thank you, cheers. And then Billy, I think you covered this, but Billy is asking if there's preparation for days like tomorrow, knowing that a storm is coming. I think we covered that a little bit, right?
I think that's civil defence.
Yeah.
Yeah, civil defence is a big aspect in planning for that kind of storms. Yeah.
Would they contact you though for anything?
They'd probably have the likes up here, Ventia on call. Yeah, because Ventia is the council's contractor, and they've got a traffic management team there.
Right.
Is there anyone that you exclusively work with? Like you're their first call?
Not that I know of.
Yeah.
I know that I'm one of the only planner designers up on this side of the coast at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I've got a line of customers.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I like to, help out the contractors around here. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's good to help them out because it makes their job easier, and
And it doesn't stop, Like there's so much work to be done.
this is
around here.
this town's going nuts.
Where do you see Whitianga in a few years?
Very full.
Very full. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's pretty full now, isn't it?
yeah. Like what? It'd be interesting where they start building once, the waterways is all finished.
Yeah.
Like
Do
where?
you think the waterways houses will, I guess, soften up the renting crisis?
I don't know.
Or are they going to rent out these waterway houses? Because that's tough at the moment, isn't it? I feel like every second person you talk to is either know someone or them themselves are looking out for a rental here.
Yeah, you can just see that on the Facebook, the
Yeah,
community
for the chit
Facebook
chat.
pages. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's
Yeah, and it's
so
kind of sad.
crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of sad too to see so many people.
yeah.
I need a house. Just being told it's gone on for sale.
But
It's
then
like,
even as an adult, you can't even get you can't even rent your own house. One, because of affordability, and two, there's just not the space. So you'll settle with renting a room.
yes, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so I think that would be tough as an adult
Mm.
to have to do that, or as a family. I
Yeah,
mean,
as a
sometimes
family.
families having to share houses and
Yeah,
whatnot.
yeah.
Yep, tough times here.
Tough times,
So yeah, we get bigger, but yeah, how do we house the people? Like, you want the people to come up and work, but where are they going to live?
You got nowhere to put you.
Yeah, for them to work.
Because you know the area probably better than a lot of people out there. Like, do you think Whitianga could be more of a Mount Manganui or somewhere else similar in the South Island? Like, is there anything that you would kind of like see it possible to happen here? Like, considering the way that we are on the bay and
I don't know. I'm not too sure.
Because I hear that so often. Oh, we're gonna be like Mount Maunganui in a few years. You know, it's
Yeah,
gonna be.
I feel like that too. Well, I lived in the Mount for a little bit, and then I think we moved in just as the houses started getting crazy when they said all the Aucklanders are moving here and stuff.
Yeah.
So rentals were expensive, took us ages to find one, and then just heaps of everything getting built around here. So like even here we've got a few more, like, is it Bunnings that's coming, or
There's a what,
Mitre 10 or
sorry?
a Bunnings or a Mitre
Oh,
10
yeah,
or
I
something
don't
that's
know.
coming. So that's like a big shop.
Yes. Yeah.
And then like, are we going to get another supermarket? Are we, like, you know,
Yeah.
it's bigger, more people to work, but nowhere to live.
Definitely think we need a bigger industrial area. That's, you
It's
know.
Moiwai Park. It pretty much isn't, like, across the road from there. That's pretty much the industrial area.
Yeah,
isn't
that's
it?
the industrial area on both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just not the industrial land.
No.
Or doesn't seem to be. And there's, you know,
There's a
we
lot of
want
land.
more industrial because that brings in more jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, if you haven't got the housing for the people to do the jobs,
Yeah.
yeah.
And sometimes I feel like there's an excuse of saying, oh yeah, but because we're building the rest homes, you know, like we're making sure that the rest homes are done because this is a good space for it. I'm like, well, still you need people to work
Yes, yeah.
for those rest homes, you know, like,
Yeah.
and when it's summer, you want your coffee to be the nice coffee like the one you have in the city, and then it comes quickly, but you don't want to.
You don't
Bring
want to
the-
wait.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
but you have to wait down here.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
most of the time we have locals, right?
Mhm.
Kind of like stepping up and trying to get like a job here and there, or a lot of young people, which is great. Like one side, it's great because you get them involved, you know,
Yeah.
and understand the rat race early.
Yeah.
But well, we're in it, right?
Yeah.
But there's this thing with you compromise a lot of services, right?
Yeah.
When you don't have the infrastructure.
Yep, you do compromise, and then I think this town has a real nice feel to it. Like it wouldn't be that great if it turned out like a Mount Maunganui, or
Yeah.
you know, it's like, I'm not bashing Auckland or anything, but you know, when people come from the cities and they come here and they bring their kind of city fast pace and
Yeah.
expect it here, it's like, you come here,
Yeah.
just relax,
Yeah,
chill
Yeah.
out.
Just chill.
Yeah.
I will get it. You'll
Yeah,
get it.
you'll get your coffee.
Yeah.
It might be 6 minutes longer than normal, but
Yeah.
you'll get it.
You get
You'll
Like,
get some
yeah,
yarns with it, so it's fine.
yeah,
Enjoy the fresh air, eh?
yeah.
Like these things.
And the laid backness as much as it can. Like, it's still definitely busier. Like, I can remember when winter, it was quiet. Like, you know, you could go down the street and there'd be no cars parked in the town. But now we don't seem to have that big winter quietness.
Not
No.
really. Eh?
It's like consistent throughout the whole year. I mean, you get the long weekends in the summer. We explode, but we definitely don't have that quiet period like
Not anymore. Eh?
not years ago.
Yeah. How long do you think it's gonna take until we're like, very different? Like,
Oh, hopefully,
hopefully 100 years.
yeah.
But because you have this vision, you can see development from very close. You can see works being done and things happening. So I think it's much more present for you than
Yeah, there's definitely. Yeah, there's no end in sight, really, is there?
right.
Yeah. It's just busy. You can just see by the tradesmen out there.
You know what I was thinking? It's such a big place for tradies, you know, that there's so much work happening here. And I always think about the health, you know, like those people dealing with like a lot of chemicals, or sometimes they go to houses that are not in perfect conditions. And, you know, like it takes its toll when you're a trader, you know, like sometimes you kind of take it for granted. You're just grinding and working, and then you don't even realize how exposed you are to some things. Like, is there anything on the work that you do that you have to be very mindful?
You know, like when you're on sites that are digging up old pipes, you know, everything's back in the day was made of asbestos.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that, you know, you've got to be really careful with, which would probably be one of the worst ones that you'd find.
Right.
That comes with a whole heap of rules and regulations with it as well.
Right. Because there's a lot of places around town, right, that they're having to demolish and then start again, and then
Yeah.
yeah.
And if you're demolishing an old 1960s, 70s house,
Yeah, 100%.
yeah,
What is actually the best? Is it a material? Is it a chemical?
it's a material that they made. It's like a semi-concrete kind of material. Yeah, and houses were made out of it. Pipes were made out of it. Sheds were made out of it.
Everything.
Safe as.
Yeah. And so it's all right in its bigger form, but as soon as you start cutting it and the dust,
The spores.
it's the spores and the dust in the air, that's what gets into the lungs,
Yeah.
and that's what does the asbestos, and that you eventually die from it because I think it eats at your lungs. Or
I
does
feel
something
something
to
like
it
that,
does
yeah.
something to your lungs. Yeah, so
Blocks
it's
it up or something. I don't know.
it's pretty bad. Yeah, because you hear of gentlemen, the 50s and 60s now that have got asbestositis or whatever they call it,
Yeah,
and that's from being in a
just living there.
building
as,
years and years ago,
yeah.
and I don't need that, don't need health and safety, don't need masks, don't need anything.
She'll be right.
Yeah, yeah, good old Kiwi
Yeah,
attitude.
she'll be right. Same as lead paint and stuff now.
Yeah.
Like all the schools are painted with lead paint, were they?
Yeah.
Mm.
And then
Yeah.
so Taylor, do you have to remove lead paint a lot? Yeah. And so you guys are all masked up and whatnot.
Yes.
Love it.
Yeah, there's also the thing with the insulation, right? A lot of houses sometimes they are humid
Yeah,
in New Zealand. Then people don't realize how
Yeah.
damaging it can be. It's
that
really-
old installation,
Yeah.
installation.
Yes, yeah. We struggled a lot
Yeah.
with humidity on a house that I was living for like years,
Yeah.
and then a broken pipe brought light to the situation. Like
Ah.
they had to break a wall, and then the wall was black.
Oh, like black mold.
Black
That
mold.
makes you sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
not, a
Like,
few
why
years
am
ago.
I sick
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
couple of months?
Yeah.
Headaches, real bad headaches
Yeah.
and stuff.
Just the breathing,
Yeah.
like you see
Yeah.
that there's something there right at the end that's kind of like, whoa. Yeah,
And
it's-
you don't know what it is.
You don't know what
Then
it
you
is.
open up the
Black
wall.
mold,
Oh,
yeah.
hello.
yeah. But unfortunately, what you both said is true. I feel like that sometimes there's this attitude of like, oh, it's all good,
Yeah.
like it's all
We've
right.
still got that
Yeah.
attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Mm.
Still, yeah. I think it's, what do they call it? The
Sure.
New Zealand
Yeah.
kind of
I don't know.
Kiwi attitude.
Kiwi
Yeah,
attitude, yeah.
that's it. That's it.
She'll be right.
She'll be alright.
He'll be right. He'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Let's
These
hope.
black mold, she'll be right. Just wipe it down.
Let's hope that the kids will.
Spray and wipe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's hope that the kids will have a better attitude towards the new generation.
Yeah. I think with all the like government rules, like especially around renting and stuff and all the rules and whatnot, it's
Mm.
probably going to be no, she'll be right because of like, yeah, she'll be right in court.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hear that more now, don't
So
you?
many-
Like court.
Yeah, court. You take them to court.
Yeah.
And I know people who are in just private rentals that aren't up to scratch because they're like, well, is this all homeless? So
Yes. And which that really sucks. Like,
yeah,
okay, you just have to live with that. It's like, well,
no
why
one should
have
have to live with
That's
it.
right.
Yeah,
Be a responsible house owner.
Yeah.
And, if you wouldn't live in it yourself, why should your rental
yes,
people
yeah. And
have to
then-
live in it?
Then it takes them to that. Oh, do I rent it out and get them fixed, or do I just sell it and not have a rental?
Yeah. Or just use it as a batch. And then
Mm.
you don't have to insulate it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Crazy rules.
Tricky one, eh?
Mm.
This has been fun, very informative. Yeah, learning a lot here. I'm like, oh, go. Thank you so much.
No worries.
Lisa, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
I've got my email, which is Lissa Whiteman, 2 S's in Lisa, at yahoo.co.nz, or got my mobile, which is 027 22 80178.
We can put that in the description if you want to.
Yep.
So
it's
either
alright.
for work or someone interested in being
Yes.
in the fire
yep.
brigade.
Firefighter,
Yes.
people on it.
Yeah.
And then I can put them on to the chief, and they can give the
Cool.
chief a ring. And yeah,
Oh,
because
that'd be
we've got one.
because she wants to do it. I know we just talked about it the
Yeah.
other day. She so wants to do it, but she's nervous. I'm like,
Oh
you'll be
yeah, it's
sweet.
definitely nervous.
Yeah,
but
you'll be sweet.
we're really welcoming and we love new members. So,
There you
and
go.
we've got a guy that's starting his learning go towards his recruit course. So it's really awesome if a few people do it at the same time
It's all
and
at
then go
once.
to the 7-day course together.
Yeah.
To have that support from other members of your brigade. So yeah, definitely.
Call up empty lockers.
That's it.
Ready to
Empty
be
lockers ready to be filled, and both firefighter and op support. So
Oh, it's all
yeah,
It's better you.
Well,
support.
I've been a bit busy with this. You know, like I think I could run if I have to help
if I have
someone.
to.
If I have to, yeah. Well, we're trying to do our parts with community work with this show.
yeah,
you know,
this
like,
is good.
Thank
This is
you.
great what you're doing.
Thank you.
Yeah, all different community members getting on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
And it's cool because now we're also starting to reach other areas of the country. You know, like people emailing us and sending messages like from Auckland and Hamilton.
yeah.
Yesterday we had such a cool show, like a pop-up show with Bryce Langston. He does that living big in a tiny house. I don't know if you've come across.
Oh, I
It's a
did see that.
It's a big show.
yeah.
Like, it's a big web series. He's got like 4 million subscribers. Like
To the tiny homes.
yeah,
That's
like to
big.
his YouTube channel and
Yeah.
stuff. Like
Oh, wicked.
he's great. And then like we got in touch and he was, I'm in the area.
Yeah.
I'd love to come and have a chat. So we're trying to start this. The podcast movement is
Yeah.
actually it's quite big around the world. Not many people doing it in New Zealand yet. So we're not into competition. For us, it's actually better if more people
Yes.
do it.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
like we're just trying to do like high quality, so people can see that it's possible, and it makes a difference. You know, like
Yeah.
it's nice to hear someone from the community telling stories. You know, like sometimes you get like an article, which is lovely. I love all the forms of media. We need all of them.
Yeah.
But like some people are into listening to a long chat, and we're like, yeah, let's.
Yeah. Yeah. Instead
do
of
that.
reading.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. You know, like both have so much value. I
Yes,
love your
yeah,
I loved your I love your thing on Seagull magazine.
Oh yeah. Yeah. My little article.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
doing some things together, and like so lovely, like the work that they do. You know, like so that's what I mean. Like there's room for
For all.
Yeah.
all,
Yeah. You don't have to
definitely.
have one. You can have many.
Yes,
Many different sources. That's what we need.
it means
Yeah.
that it's more people working on
Yeah.
these areas as well. You know,
Yeah.
like so we might start a movement that is not happening yet. So
Yeah.
thanks for
Amazing
your support.
work, guys.
Yeah. Oh, thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you for inviting me, even though it took a while to say yes.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, are we gonna get Lisa or not? You know.
I was like, no.
Yeah.
And then I talked to a couple.
Nerve wracking.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
just thought I'd get on here and I'd be dropping F bombs and S bombs. You know, when you get a bit nervous, you're like,
Yeah, and you know what we do, right? We get the F bomb and then we loop it and we make clips
Yeah,
and then we put
yeah.
on chit
Yeah.
chats. You're fine. You didn't drop any. You're all good. Like you're fine. And actually, it doesn't really matter. That's the cool thing about this platform. You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
if people want to swear. We're not into profanity and all that stuff. We're gonna keep that aside. But like, if people want to swear, you know, just
If it
Yeah,
slips
just
out,
go with
it
it.
slips out.
Yeah.
yeah, be yourself. you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
Like so.
Yeah, that's it. So I found it very, very nice. I could be
Nice.
myself.
Yeah.
Was
So
your
thanks.
eyes not that nerve wracking as you were expecting?
Nah. But you know,
It's just a
like,
gas bag, eh?
yeah,
Have a drinks,
it's-
gas bag,
yeah,
sugar up.
it's good. I love a good gas bag.
Yeah. That's what it is. It's a gas bag.
Yeah.
With mics and the camera.
Yeah.
That's right.
Just don't think of either of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, thank you so much,
No worries.
Christine. What a pleasure to see you again.
Thank you.
This is cool.
Yeah, it's been
It's
good.
awesome. Yes, and
Good
Lisa.
chat. Good chat.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for coming, for teaching us a lot of cool stuff. And yeah,
No worries.
if you guys need some roadworks or some advice on how to become a firefighter, we're gonna put Lisa's contacts on the description of this video, so you can get in touch with her. We go live 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 7 p.m. This video becomes available on YouTube a few hours after the end of the live stream, and we are on all the podcast platforms, so you can listen to it when you are doing your garden or your things. You can enjoy ALTBAYS without wasting all your data with the video. See, we thought about everything.
That is
Great,
good.
yes, great guest coming on Wednesday. Kasper, he's running the Monkey Theater. He's a very interesting guy from New York City, rock and roller, funny guy. We're gonna have a lot of fun. So yeah, stay tuned. Oh, and we have a special show for Good Friday. There's a bit of a little celebrity coming on Friday. Like everybody knows the guy, but I'll save the name. I'll save it for later.
Nice.
Yes. Thanks you so much. Thanks, Lisa. Thanks,
you.
Christine.
Yep. Thank you.
I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Peace. Bye.